Hi everybody, I am just making up a natural hair cleanser, so I thought I would show you how. This is to use in place of shampoo for cleansing your hair. It works really well. I've been using it for quite a while now. The recipe is, this is 2 cups of just hot water, the hottest it'll go from the tap, and two tablespoons of baking soda. And it's a 1-to-1 ratio. So if you're doing 1 cup water, then it's 1 tablespoon of baking soda. 2 cups, 2 tablespoons. 3 cups, 3 tablespoons. You get the idea. A 1-to-1 ratio. So you want it as hot as you can get. If your water doesn't get that hot, you might want to try heating it on the stove. My water gets really hot, so and you just add it in the water. Okay, and then you take and you stir it. And if you want to add magic to it, state your intent and your visualize whatever it is that you want. This would be good for any kind of cleansing or getting rid of negativity, because it's sodium bicarbonate, so it's a salt type, has the same cleansing properties. Okay, so you want to stir it and stir it and stir it and stir it. This is why it needs to be rather warm water, quite hot actually, because you're going to stir it for it to dissolve until it's absolutely clear. So it's kind of cloudy at first, like hot water, and so it needs to be, so you can see the tablespoon at the bottom of the cup. It's clear. Okay, now when you are actually using this in the shower, what you want to do is get your head completely wet and then step out of the shower, or step like out of the water, and let this run over the top of your head. So you just like do it slowly so you can get it, like, you know, around your ear area, around the top of your head, and then some people flip their head over and to get the back of their head, or you can just kind of part your hair in the back there and let it run down your hair like that. And you're not going to scrub your head, you just kind of run your fingers maybe through your hair to get it down to your scalp area, and then let it sit for a few minutes, maybe while you wash, do whatever. Just let it sit out of the water for just like, I don't know, 1 or 2 minutes, and then you rinse it off. And when you rinse your hair out, again, you're not really going to scrub, you just sort of do the same motion like that through your over your scalp and through your hair to rinse it out. And it can feel kind of rough after you've rinsed out the stuff. After you've rinsed out the baking soda, it can feel kind of rough and hard to run your fingers through. That's normal. Okay, so that's the cleansing part of it. The next part you want to follow up, this can be kind of harsh as far as a cleanser goes, so the next time you want to follow up is a natural conditioner. And what I use is the apple cider vinegar with, I always use any apple cider vinegar I'm using for anything with a mother, because then it's real. Now this is 2 cups of water also from my tap, so as hot as you can get it. If not, warm it on the stove. And this is, so 2 cups of hot water and like anywhere between 2 and 4 tablespoons to the water. Just however, like if you don't want much, you can do a 1-to-1 ratio also. Or you can do a little bit more. I wouldn't go more than 2 to 4, just because you don't really need that much. So you just add this to the water. Same thing, let it stir. And you can also make, and I didn't this time, but with the water that you've, the hot water that you've had, you can steep like a tea in this. So rosemary is actually really good, but I couldn't find my rosemary because sometimes my house fairies just hide my crap. So anyways, I couldn't find it, so I didn't make any. But you can make a tea first out of the hot water. Rosemary is really good because it's another like scalp, it gets circulation for your scalp and a lot of good stuff for your hair, as far as conditioning stuff goes. And then you can add the apple cider vinegar to it so that it kind of counteracts the smell too. Also oils, if you wanted to add any essential oils, lavender, you could add like make a lavender tea and then add lavender essential oils, or you can add rosemary essential oil or whatever else like you wanted to add to it. Calendula is a good one for hair too, to make a tea out of that and then add it in. Anyways, I didn't do any of that. It's just the apple cider vinegar. And when I pour this over as a conditioner, I avoid my scalp area with it, and just only because of the way that my scalp reacts to it. You could try it and see if it's, because sometimes it can be kind of oily. My scalp does that with any conditioner, so just however, like if you know how your head will react to it, your scalp will react to it. So I pour it over like the back part of my head to the rest of my hair as a conditioner. Just let it sit like, again, 1 or 2 minutes or something, and then rinse it off. You don't have to rinse this off also. Just you can rinse it off if you don't want it there, or you can just leave it just as like a leave-in conditioner, and it'll be fine too that way. The smell from the apple cider vinegar kind of wears off, so it's not, I always rinse it out just because I don't want the extra, like, I don't know, that would be the only reason is for the smell, but it pretty much wears off anyways, so there's not a whole lot of worries there. But again, you know, if you didn't want to use that much apple cider vinegar, you can use a 1 to 2 or 2 to 2 ratio, you know, just kind of play with it and decide what you like. So that's that. That is the cleanser and conditioner. Simple, easy. Apple cider vinegar, baking soda, super cheap stuff to get. Use it forever. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you later. Blessed be.